to this very special segment that we do on this show. Who was hot this week in the NFL? And we had some dynamic, hot players that showed off, were able to help their team out. Let's get into it. Delilah, who do you have for your hot player of the week?
So my hot player of the week is Gabriel Davis. I've been talking about him for a while. I know the Bills didn't move on, but it doesn't matter. Like, that kid had 4 touchdowns that game out of 8 receptions. Those 4 touchdowns were the passing touchdowns from Josh Allen. He had 201 yards.
Yes.
He's the rookie. He's a rookie, and they gave him a shot in this game because their veteran wide receiver was nowhere to be found this game. And the kid stepped up, man. Stepped up huge.
Yeah.
He stepped up big. And in that wild card game, by the way, he had a touchdown. That wild card game win too. He had 2 receptions that game with a touchdown.
Yep.
And so, like, the kid is, like, legit. Like, I bet you Josh Allen is happy that they drafted this kid. Like, man, Gabriel Davis, seriously. Like, it was crazy. Like, I know I'm not hating on Tyreek Hill. Never. I would never take his flowers. But I'm just saying, like, this kid is young. He's in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's hungry. He's proving that he might be in that starting, he might get that number 2 spot. I don't see why he wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
So, kudos to Gabriel Davis. Sorry, you guys got sent home, but you got a bright future, kid. So,
you got a bright future. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was a good first one. Ash, what do you got for your hot player of the week?
All right, I'm going to an underrated position at kicker, and I'm going Evan McPherson from the Bengals. This is why you draft a kicker. This guy is amazing. I love this kid. I've been watching so many interviews on him too lately, and he is just so fun. I love him. So he hasn't missed a field goal attempt since December 5th. Ooh. He's made +4 field goals in his last 3 or 4 games. So I'm trying to think. So he's, out of 3, he's won. Out of 4 games, he's won 3 of them.
Okay.
This last week, he drilled 3 kicks from 45 yards or more. So he's out there killing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Killing it.
And then he, I've watched interviews on him, and he's just so calm, so confident. And to be so young and just have that, like, chill confidence already, like, that's amazing. That's, like, I feel like most kickers want to achieve that, like, throughout their career, but he's already got that, like, mentality. His jersey sold out indefinitely, too, so he's just – everyone's loving him right now. I like how he was doing his little warm-up kicks right at the end of the game, and he's like, when they had the opportunity to kick the field goal, he's like, well, looks like we're going to the championship. And I'm like, this guy's just sweet. Like, and he said, too, he's like, how do you say that? Act all like, I guess we're going, and then get out on the field and not do it. He's like, I had no choice but to do it.
Right.
So,
right. You're right.
Yeah. So I love him. That's and kickers are so underrated. Like, the kicker makes or breaks you sometimes. And as a Cowboys fan, I would love a good kicker like McPherson on my team.
Hey, I don't listen. I'm with you.
I'm waiting. Let's go.
I'm with you, man. I think a lot of us actually understand. Like we've talked about it, like special teams, like they came through, man. They won the game 3 out of the 4. Like right, like that. They came out to the kicker, all right. And we saw that the reason Green Bay got sent home is because their kicker, had 2 blocked field goals, and one of them was run back for a touchdown. So Sydney, you're right. This is his year 2. Thank you. Sorry, he's not a rookie. This is year 2.
One more thing about him that I thought was funny. He was doing an interview, and he saw Vinatieri's record is 14 field goals in a single postseason, and he has 8 now. And he's like, I think that's a really cool record to break. And Pat McAfee was actually interviewing him, who's also a kicker, so it was a fun little interview. And he's like, that's a lot more to go. He's like, well, I got 2 games left. So he is, like, confident.
I like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. McPherson.
Back control.
Kickers are very important. They determine their game. I mean, if you don't invest in a good kicker, yeesh. Yeah.
I'm sorry, David.
All right.
Talk about him.
Who you got going? Yes. Who is your hot player of the week?
I'm going with the guy that has the 2 most annoying family members in the whole NFL. I'm going with little baby goat, as I've always referred to him. Sean knows this. I'm going with Mr. Patrick Mahomes. He threw for 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. His passer rating last game was 123.1. He just had a great game, played with lots of poise. He didn't care that he was going against the massive piece of magic and the Bills and how hyped that was all made out to be. But I thought it was super classy at the end of the game. Here his team was celebrating, and he just paused, stopped, turned around, ran, dropped his helmet to find Josh Allen and have a very special moment with him halfway during the end of the game and there. And like that really shows to me that even though he's got this annoying fiance and this annoying brother, that he still is, he's not them, and he's class, and he's got such a good future ahead of him. I mean, look at with Roethlisberger retiring and possibly my man retiring. There's a real true changing of the guard at quarterback right now in the NFL. Yeah. All these young bucks are coming up and taking over this.
Finally. Woo, I know Danae's been talking for that forever. She's like,
look, I've been hoping for years that weaning out the older ones. I love them, but it's time. Just like basketball, it's time for a new grade. It's time.
So anyway, I picked him because, I mean, Sean knows this too, because he knows how I follow players. I'm more of a players versus team kind of
for sure.
And I have had a lot of respect for Mahomes. Look how many times he's made it to the AFC Championship and Super Bowls and everything else. And so, you know, I wouldn't be mad if this guy won the Super Bowl this year. I really wouldn't. Because I really respect him.
Okay.
He's good. He does a lot for his community too. His brother
really does.
Absolutely. A lot. All right, Sean, what you got to say? Who you going for a hot player this week?
Honestly, I think I'm going to shock you. Katie, this is for you. We all do want to tout these young guys, the Burrows, the Herberts, the Mahomes, and everything. But when you're in the midst of greatness, I think it needs to be appreciated. Tom was down 27-3 in the middle of the third quarter against a team that is no slouch in the Rams, and a team that most of us are picking to go to the Super Bowl, if not win the Super Bowl. Tom calmly brought them guys back, had like 150 yards in the fourth quarter, and had every Rams fan or everyone that picked the Rams sweating profusely. You know, I got to shout him out. And Katie, I got to shout you out because you got tough shoulders, because I think you take a lot of that heat that comes from him. It goes through you, you know. But look, this man is greatness. I love my guy Joe Montana, and for me to say somebody is better than Joe Montana, it's not something that's going to happen. But Tom, his accomplishments you can't be mistaken. This guy is great. If we are privileged to see him one more year, that would be amazing. I don't want him to win it. But I'm saying if we can see him for one more year, it is something. We are truly living through greatness right now. So, Tom Brady, man, shout out to you.
Now you got me all emotional.
Don't ever say anything nice for you, Katie.
Hey, Sean, I've not covered him all season because I know what I get from the people talking about him. So, thank you.
You cover who you want, Katie. Whatever. Like
you're the haters.
Yes. Look, that was some great hot picks, ladies and gentlemen. But I kind of tricked the ladies before the show because I told them I was going to pick another hot player of the week. But I had to go ahead and make this one a surprise because mine of the week will be none other than the massive piece of magic. Man, Anthony, you got me already. Okay, man, I'm gonna get his picture, and then I'm gonna put massive piece of magic right over that.
Oh my god!
Hey, Anthony created a T-shirt for you.
He did not win the game. He did not win the game. But I believe one thing that he did, ladies and gentlemen, he showed the world that he is a legit quarterback that can hang with the big dogs. And it may come down to an overtime where you don't even get a chance to touch the ball. But you showed the world that you can keep up with Patrick Mahomes. A Patrick Mahomes that when he's hot, it's like there's no turning it down. There's no putting water on it. And you were able to at least keep up with him when the world didn't think that you guys would be able to keep up. So I'm excited. Josh Allen did his thing. Man, 145 passer rating, ladies and gentlemen, QBR. He's just an absolute beast, and I love him. 4 touchdowns. What a way to go out. I know I was sad, Sean. Don't be taking that face.
I'm a believer. I told you I'm a believer.
Out of all the games that happened this season, that will go down as a remembered game of the season because that had people up all night and wanted to stay up to see who was going to actually win that game. You never knew. Within the last 2 minutes of the game, there were 4 touchdowns made, ladies and gentlemen. So that went down in history. I freaking loved it.
I love Josh Allen. I loved our video chat and you hopping in to be like, whoa, and then like something bad happened, you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I gave my stuff.
That's a piece of magic, baby. Makes me.
Oh yeah.
What I'm talking about, man. Oh man, we got masterpiece of magic in disguise. Buffalo's so crazy and look out. Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to get on to one of our final segment of the show. It's a special segment where we,